Hi there, I'm Josh Gecky. I'm one of the pastors here at the Vineyard Church here in Springfield, Missouri. And I just wanted to clarify what our church is going to be doing with masks, because I know that there are a lot of changes going on at the city, federal, school level, all these different policies. Some businesses are requiring it, some businesses are not. And so I just wanted to clarify what we're going to do as a church. If you come to visit, or if you're a part of this church and you regularly show up here to worship, we are still going to ask people to wear a mask and encourage people to wear a mask when they come in the building. And wear that mask when they're in the foyer and on their way to and from the auditorium, and anywhere where they might be in the building where they're not just kind of in their own place, in their zone. Because we have so many people who are part of our church who are not yet vaccinated. And the reason that we have so many people who are not yet vaccinated in our church is that we have a whole lot of people who are under the age of 12. And in fact, people who are under the age of 12 make up about 40% of our church, almost half, right? So many people who are part of our church are under the age of 12. And since there is no vaccine available to people who are under the age of 12, those people will need to remain masked. And so kids upstairs in kids ministry will wear a mask at all times. And then any adults who are working with those kids, just as a show of solidarity, as a show of care, as a show of concern for those people who don't yet have the opportunity to get vaccinated, we're going to require those people to wear masks as well. And so any teacher volunteering in kids ministry would need to wear a mask. Any parent or guardian who would be dropping off or picking up their kid, checking them in or out, they would need to have a mask, because they're not just around our own kids when we're doing that. Like, we're not just with our child that we're responsible for, that we're sharing germs with at home. We're also around a lot of other people's children. And so we would want to care for those people that way. Now, of course, children under the age of 2, CDC guidance has been very clear that those children don't need to wear a mask. But children between the ages of 2 on up to 11, under 12, really, and any child or any person who's not vaccinated should be wearing a mask at all times. Now, for the adults who are not children who've been vaccinated, we're not going to card at the door. We're not going to be there saying, are you vaccinated or are you not? We just don't know that that's really fair or kind to people. We're not sure that communicates the welcome of God's kingdom. And so we're going to encourage people to wear a mask any place where you might be in contact with a person under the age of 12 who's not vaccinated. And so that would be like the foyer area. Anytime you're up and moving around the building, we just want you to wear a mask while you're inside, just so that nobody has any question of, is that person safe or not? And then, but as you come in and you kind of find your spot in the auditorium, once you're kind of in your place where you're going to be for most of the service, we're going to trust that you are going to be a person who is kind. We're going to trust that you're going to be a person who is responsible, who cares about the health and safety of other people, and who will make the right choice. And so if you are vaccinated, then you are welcome to take off your mask and to worship with us in the way that's most comfortable for you. However, we just want to encourage that if you're not vaccinated, then make the right choice, because we're here to worship Jesus. And Jesus is a person who puts the health and safety of other people above his own comfort. And so we want to be that way, and we want to encourage people to be that way. We want to welcome anyone who is exploring faith in Jesus to do the same. And so that's going to be our masking policy. And then, after the service, when we're milling around and there's kids around, let's just make sure we wear masks so that everyone feels safe and cared for and loved in our community. I hope you'll join us for worship, and I hope that we'll see you soon. And I hope that this was helpful in figuring out what we expect. Cheers.